how we gonna know about your channel if you don't talk about it? Right. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Creative Hub. I hope you are having an amazing week. It is Thursday, I believe, or is it Wednesday? What's today? I think today's Thursday. But whatever day that you're watching this, I hope you are having an amazing week and continue to have an amazing week. So I did ask on the Instagram page. If you aren't following the Instagram page, go do that now. Thank you. That wasn't enough time, matter of fact. I know you have to get out of here. Matter of fact, going down in the description box and everything will be down there. I did ask you all a question as to what content that you wanted this week. I did base this video off of two babes, and by the title you already know what we were going to talk about anyway. So if this video fits you, make sure you stay tuned. But before we get into this video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Engage, let's talk, let's chat, and let's get into the video. All right, so I know a lot of people have this big fear of either starting a business or starting over, and usually the whole fear is failure. Me personally, and I say things that I never say it in a downing way or to be unmotivating, but you're not going to succeed at everything you do. I didn't succeed at everything that I have done already or what comes to, you know, what's in the future. But as long as you try, and if it's something that you have a passion for, you'll actually take the initiative to learn from those mistakes and do it again. Now, if it's something that you really didn't care for, it really was not for you, you still will learn and move forward and to execute and do something else. So I know it's always about this big fear of just failure, you're not good enough. Start. And you hear this all the time, but some people just don't know where to start at. The fear comes from being perfect as well. You want everything to be perfect. No one's perfect. I didn't probably film this talking point maybe twice, 3 times trying to redo it, or I stutter and I have to do it again. It takes time. You never are going to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. I don't know who made the word perfect, but it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the best equipment for anything. You don't have to have the best emails right now. You don't have to have the best graphics right now. If you take it and you learn and play with it, you'll become better at what it is that you would like to do. And so the fear of starting and you just feel like you're gonna fail or you're not good enough, you're always good enough for yourself. You have to be good enough for yourself before you're good enough for someone else. And they can't really tell you if you're good enough or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's you. You have to, you don't take validation from others. As long as you know that you're good, that's all that matters. And whatever you put out there for someone else to receive, make sure you put out what you would like to receive. You know, just how people say treat people how you want to be treated. That's how it is. So it doesn't hurt to start over. Start fresh. I started over multiple times, and if this video is for, like, you know, business owners, content creators, whatever the case is, if you're a business owner, I always say start over by 1, having a big blowout sale just to get rid of everything, because usually to start over you need money, and if you don't have the money, how you gonna start over? So usually I just say have a big blowout sale. It's not always going to be profitable, but it's always going to be money that you can use to invest in the next thing that you want to dibble and dabble in. Also, if you're a content creator, all you have to do, archive your stuff. Don't delete, because you always may want to bring it back up. Just always archive your stuff or make it private. Archive everything, and then you want to get inspo. When you get inspo, you have to be on Pinterest, on Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media platform, or even going outside, going to the store. If you have a boutique, you want to go to other clothing boutiques. Never get inspo just from the same company that has what your business is. So if you sell clothes, you don't want to just go to H&M. You don't want to just go to Balenciaga. You also want to go to Apple. You want to go to Bath and Body Works. You want to get ideas from all these people and implement it into one. So when you're a content creator, you want to get inspo, get ideas from all different types of content creators. Even if they're not in your niche, you can see their editing skills, you can see the music choice they pick. You want to observe all this stuff, okay? So you want to observe, get inspo, and observe. So once you get inspo and you observe, you want to study and then implement. So you want to study what it is that these bigger businesses are doing, what other brands are doing, but never copy. Even when you get inspo, do not copy word for word, bar for bar. Do not copy. Usually, you know, people can look up certain words or paragraphs you added to your website and see that it's the same thing that's on this website, all that good stuff. But you really want to study and implement. So when you're starting over, you really want to study that company, study that person, study that brand, and never make an obsession, but you're really learning. You want to learn. It's never of hate or to compare yourself. That's not, we're gonna get to that in a second, but you never want to compare yourself, but you really want to study. Like you're in school, you're studying. How do they do their transitions? What music do they use? What style of music? Do people engage with them? Do they get comments? Do they get a lot of views? Do they have a lot of subscribers? What is it that you want? What are your outcomes? When you're looking at, if you're scared of something, think about the outcomes what do you want? What do you want out of this? And usually people will start a business because they don't want to work for someone else. They want to make their own money. A lot of people become content creators because, again, you're still working for someone, but it's still yourself. You can deny a brand deal, you can deny this and do what you want to do, but what are you doing this for? Like I said in the other video, if you haven't watched that, go watch Making Content with a Purpose video and finding your niche. But you have to have a purpose behind what you're doing. You're starting over for what? What do you want out of this? You know what I mean? When you're studying these brands and people for a reason, you want to implement and see what works best for your content creation or works best for your brand. So you see someone starts to use different types of transitions in their videos, do something similar, have a lot of B-roll, you know, give what you want to give out on your content, on your platform. It's your platform. You're gonna have some people that don't like it, you're gonna have people that love it. We can't satisfy everyone. So what feels comfortable to you, you put out. And if you don't want to be that personal on social media, you don't have to be at all. People feel entitled. I know a lot of people fear of, you know, blowing up on social media or people being in their business, or I always look at it as once you log off these apps, you truly are yourself, and people put out what they want on social media. Simple as that. So if you really sit and think about it, if you're scared of something, think of the outcomes, the positive outcomes, and also think of the pros and cons of doing what it is that you're trying to do. Of course, no one wants people in their business, but that's just what people do. People can't help it. That's just them sometimes, and we're just not going to get too far into that because that's not really the topic of the video. It's mainly about starting over and facing your fears. When you compare yourself, what are you comparing yourself to? Think about it, because that next person is probably, you know, getting inspo from someone else, and that person's getting inspo from someone else, and then, you know, it's continuous. It's going on and on and on. So you're never really, who are you comparing yourself to? You don't know the original person that you're copying, or you don't know the original person that you're comparing yourself to. And like I said, people put what they want on social media. People don't have sales for months and don't show that, but when they make that 1,000 sales in a week, they're showing all of that. So you can't really compare yourself and you can't compare anything. I don't care how long you've been doing anything, and a person that's been doing it for 6 months make $1 million, and you've been doing it for 4 years and you only make $100,000. It does not matter. This is where you study and you implement. Do not copy, and don't be spiteful. You're really trying to learn. You know, it doesn't take a lot to learn. Just take it all in. Learn what it is that you're, you know, lacking on. Why is your sales not jumping like it's supposed to? And also, people have platforms. If you don't want to be that person in front of the brand, it's okay. You can be behind the brand. You have to get into Facebook ads. You have to get into other platforms. You have to reach out to content creators that can promote your brand. And you really want to look at their engagement. You see people really like, oh my God, I'm going to go buy that. Oh my God, where's the link? When you see a lot of people asking people what the link is to something, that's probably who you want to promote your brand. I mean real content creators to get your product out there. You really want the best for your product. You want to create a mood board, send to the content creators so they can see what you're looking for in your brand and what type of content they should produce for you. And also to look at already what they produce. Is this fit your brand? That's how I would recommend it. Go look for these content creators. TikTok is there. So if you have a business, reach out to some TikTokers, see what it is their pricing is, invest in yourself, invest in your brand. It's really about doing, starting over. Do it. Your fears, look at the pros and the cons, but what is your purpose? You have a purpose and you want to execute it. And don't compare. Do not compare yourself to anyone. You don't know what people are doing. You don't know who paid for what. You don't know who's homeless. You don't know who's lying. You don't know anything. People are going to talk, but you truly just don't know, and it doesn't matter. You only focus on yourself, and don't compare someone else's progress to your progress. We're all at different moments. You don't know what they had to do to get to this point. You don't know how hard they had to fight. You don't know how easy it may have been for them. We grew up differently, okay? We don't have the same tools. Now, knowledge, we all have a mind, and you have to take the time to learn. All the effort, like, you know, some people that put in effort being nosy, they could put that same energy into something else and really learning some useful information, but they choose not to. But it's all about knowledge. You're going to drive yourself crazy comparing yourself to the next person, like, oh my gosh, well, I did the same exact thing she did and didn't come out, you know, it wasn't meant for you. We're not all meant to have the same come up. We're not all meant to sell the same thing. It's never that it's oversaturated, but how are you gonna make yourself stand out from the next? You start implementing all these different things you studied. Make your brand stand out. You have to be important. Your brand has to have a lot of benefits. Your brand has to stand out. What is your theme? What is your message behind your brand? Think about all these things that really make you stand out, and it's okay. You'll fight that fear of starting over. You'll always just feel like, okay, this wasn't for me. Okay, let me do something else. It'll come naturally. So once you conquer those fears and understand that what you have a purpose of, what are you doing all of this for? As long as you're alive, you have a purpose. We're not all meant to be content creators. We're not all meant to be business owners. We're not all meant to be doctors. We're not all meant to be. We have our own purpose, and once you figure it out by trying different things, you'll figure out what you love. You'll figure out what comes natural to you, and you'll figure out how to propose it to other people to make them see like, oh yeah, this is the product I need, or this is the content I love. You'll figure it out. It'll come naturally. Don't rush it, don't force it. And I know it's easier said than done because everyone just wants to go viral. And like I said, stop making content based on faith and make content based on with the purpose, because everyone wants to go viral. Who doesn't want to get, put on? Who doesn't want to make 1 million sales in like a month? Everyone wants to succeed, but you do it at your own pace, for your own purpose. You look at your pros and cons. My pros and cons for starting a business and do what I do is different from yours. So take time and sit and think about your pros and cons. Really sit and think, because like I said, some things are just not for some people, but when you try it out, you won't know until you try it out. So try everything that you feel like you want to do. You want to sell lip gloss? Go on YouTube, look up how to make some lip gloss. Go to Google, get the ingredients and see what benefits what. Like if people want to do the lip plumpers, if people want to get like lip plumping lip gloss, look that up and see how that works. Look it up. So easy. Look up what you're looking for. If you want to start a graphics business, I have a course on how to start graphics, and digital marketing is, we're gonna talk about that another time. But like everything is on the internet. If you are the type of person that wants to learn, like I just want to know straightforward, that's where you would do courses. If you're the type of person where you want to take your own notes, go here and do this website, look at this and this chart, that's fine too. It's what works for you and not what works for everyone. So like I said, start over. It's fine to start over. Anything, if you're in school and the degree you like doesn't fit you anymore, start over. Do what interests you. You don't want to waste your time. Life is very precious. It can end tomorrow. Do what works best for you. The only regret you'll have is never doing something. You'll never regret starting something because you're like, okay, well, I learned, this, I figured it out. You'll regret not doing it. So all I can say is just start over. Don't compare yourself to others. Have a purpose behind your content, and you will succeed in anything that it is that you would love to do. I'm a very optimistic person. I look at things, I know there's always a negative and positive, but I know when you acknowledge that negative and you know what you want your outcome to be, like, oh, okay, yeah, I know that can happen, but I'm gonna get this. That's how you want to have a mindset. But I hope this video was really helpful for you all. I really wanted to get straight to the point, nothing too dragged out, but I wanted to get straight to the point. I hope you guys write in your Fill Me Up journal. So all the things that we go over in the description box, you can go ahead and purchase your journal. We have 3 different journals. We have a new journal coming, but like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel, follow on Instagram, and make sure you are engaging. And also too, like if you want to be a content creator, you have to give what you want to get in return. Like people, if you comment down below that you have a YouTube channel, people are going to see it, are going to follow you, they're going to engage with you. That's how you grow your channel, by talking. How we going to know about your channel? You don't talk about it, right? See you all in the next video.